Walmart was once the top choice for many American families when it came to shopping, thanks to its affordable prices and convenient, widespread distribution network. However, today, low prices alone no longer seem enough to retain customers. The shopping experience at Walmart is gradually changing, and this is something that cannot be ignored. Many consumers are now turning to other brands, names that are steadily gaining an edge in the market. If you still think Walmart is the best place to save money, you might want to reconsider. In the current landscape, where people have to carefully calculate every expense, a shopping experience that is reasonable, convenient, and efficient has become the deciding factor. Unfortunately, Walmart no longer holds the leading position it once did. If you regularly buy groceries and essential goods at Walmart, you might be missing out on more cost-effective or better-suited options. The reality is that Walmart's prices are no longer as attractive as they used to be. In the past, it was a symbol of smart spending in everyday life, a place where working people could stretch every dollar of their income. Low prices were once the core value of the Walmart brand, not just a marketing strategy. It was the reason millions of customers flocked there daily. But now, the market landscape has shifted. Walmart's price advantages are noticeably fading, and the reasons go beyond internal adjustments. The U.S. economy is facing numerous challenges. Inflation has surged to its highest rate in decades, severely impacting people's cost of living. Wages are not keeping up with rising prices, and the escalating costs of essentials, gas, rent, and food, are placing heavy financial pressure on many families. Comment 1 if you're interested in this topic, and don't forget to subscribe and like to support us. Even Walmart, once renowned for its low-price policy, has been forced to adjust prices due to external factors like higher tariffs, rising operating costs, and disruptions in the global supply chain. This situation doesn't just reflect Walmart's individual struggles. It paints a broader picture of the economic challenges unfolding across the United States. Imagine an average worker or a single mother like Jessica in Ohio, grappling with financial pressures while raising children and maintaining a stable job. In the past, she could rely on Walmart to save some of her expenses. But now, even a simple shopping cart puts more strain on her family's budget than ever before. The prices of many essential items have skyrocketed. For example, a carton of eggs that once cost around $2 can now reach nearly $5. Chicken, previously an affordable staple, is no longer cheap. This isn't just Walmart's story. Price increases are happening nationwide, affecting all major retailers. According to a report from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, grocery store food prices have risen by an average of 13.5% over the past year, the highest increase since 1979. Essential products like meat, dairy, eggs, and frozen foods have been hit particularly hard. And it's the low-income consumers, Walmart's core customer base, who are feeling the brunt of this price surge the most. Beyond inflation, the rising cost of imports due to new tariffs is another contributing factor. Many products Walmart once sourced from China and other low-cost countries now face additional cost burdens, forcing retail prices to adjust accordingly. All of this suggests that shopping at Walmart, once a go-to solution for savings, now requires careful reevaluation. In a time when every dollar counts, consumers need more than just good prices. They need transparency, stability, and alignment with their economic realities. Today, many items that were once affordable at Walmart have become noticeably more expensive. Under pressure to maintain costs and profits, Walmart has had to pass these financial burdens on to consumers. However, in doing so, they risk losing the loyal customer base that has supported the brand for years. A regrettable paradox has emerged. The retail chain once celebrated for its low prices is now becoming unaffordable for many. For numerous longtime customers, Walmart no longer feels like the reliable option it once was. As the cost of living continues to climb, more people are reevaluating their shopping habits, even exploring alternatives they hadn't considered before. Jessica, the single mother from Ohio, is a prime example. She once trusted Walmart to help her raise her two children without worrying about overspending. But recently, she has noticed a clear change. "I used to think shopping at Walmart meant saving money," she shared. "But now, every time I go grocery shopping, I spend more and bring home less. It leaves me feeling disappointed and helpless." Jessica's story is not unique. On social media and community forums, a growing number of Americans are voicing similar experiences. They share photos of dented products, damaged packaging, and receipts that far exceed expectations. Many discuss money-saving tips for shopping at other discount chains, openly expressing their frustration that their money no longer stretches as far as it used to. Walmart built its brand on being the place for the lowest prices. But if this advantage continues to fade, the essence of what made them iconic is at risk of being lost. The question now is this: if Walmart can no longer deliver the value it once promised, how much longer can it maintain its position as America's retail giant? Beyond less competitive pricing, product quality is also under scrutiny. In an effort to keep prices competitive amid rising input costs, Walmart has had to cut corners and partner with cheaper suppliers. However, as many experienced consumers know, low prices often come with trade-offs. In Walmart's case, these trade-offs have become all too evident. The retail giant is caught in a dilemma, unable to maintain attractive prices while also struggling to ensure product quality. As a result, consumers bear the consequences daily. Take food products, for example. Walmart was once seen as the ideal destination for fresh, affordable groceries. But now, customer complaints are on the rise. Many report that fruits and vegetables wilt within days, while meat and seafood often lack freshness, sometimes being over-frozen or carrying an unpleasant odor. This is eroding trust and leading to a quiet but noticeable shift as consumers turn away. A recent report from Consumer Reports revealed that Walmart's fresh food section consistently ranks lower in quality compared to other major supermarket chains. Picture a single mother juggling work, bills, and children, buying a bag of greens at Walmart in hopes of preparing a healthy dinner. But just one night later, those once fresh leaves are yellowed, wilted, and inedible. This isn't just a minor disappointment. It's a betrayal of trust, and the issue extends beyond produce. In categories like electronics, household goods, and clothing, Walmart faces ongoing complaints about quality. Customers report frustrating experiences, blenders breaking after a few uses and shirts tearing after one wash. For families living paycheck to paycheck, these items aren't bargains, they're betrayals. So, what's behind this decline? The answer lies in an aggressively optimized supply chain, designed with one goal: minimizing costs. To cut expenses further, Walmart increasingly relies on overseas manufacturers, where oversight and quality standards often fall short of U.S. expectations. These products are then sold at seemingly attractive prices, but in reality, they come with significant trade-offs. To be fair, Walmart isn't the only retailer facing these challenges. However, given its massive scale and deep role in the daily lives of millions of Americans, Walmart's missteps cannot be overlooked. When consumers place their trust in a brand for their essential needs, the consequences of poor quality go beyond mere inconvenience. They erode confidence. And sometimes, the impact extends far beyond a broken item or spoiled food. Poor quality can also pose health and safety risks. An NBC News investigation raised concerns when it found that some children's toys sold at Walmart contained lead levels exceeding federal limits. At that point, the issue wasn't just faulty products. It was about consumers unknowingly being put at risk, all in the name of keeping prices low. Stories like Maria's are increasingly being shared. A loyal customer for years, she was heartbroken when a toy she bought for her child was not only defective, but potentially hazardous. Across forums, Facebook groups, TikTok, and Reddit, thousands of consumers are posting photos and videos of faulty products, rotting shelves, torn clothing, moldy food, all from a brand they once trusted completely. Walmart built its empire on the promise of value and convenience. But now, as that promise fades, consumers are starting to ask, how much are we really saving if it comes at the cost of poor quality and risk? Perhaps the most troubling question is this: is a low price still worth it when the true cost is so high? If a brand like Walmart cannot provide safe, reliable products for the very people who depend on it daily, does it still deserve to be considered America's leading retail chain? In retail, customer loyalty isn't just about low prices or quality goods. What keeps consumers coming back is often the overall shopping experience, something that seems to be fading at many Walmart stores today. For many Americans, shopping at Walmart was once a familiar, simple, even pleasant part of their weekly routine. But now, that experience is becoming tiring, confusing, and far less satisfying. One of the most noticeable issues is empty shelves. At many stores, essential items like toilet paper, milk, or fresh produce, once always in stock, are now frequently missing. Shoppers walk in with long lists but leave frustrated, unable to find everything they need. This issue became severe during the COVID-19 pandemic, when global supply chains were disrupted. Yet, even years later, the problem of shortages persists. And it's not just about missing products, it's the mess left behind. Many stores now feel disorganized, with items misplaced, price tags incorrect or absent, and aisles cluttered, turning the search for a needed item into a challenge rather than a routine task. Some shoppers even compare visiting Walmart to navigating a maze. Sarah, a longtime shopper from Texas, shared, "Shopping here used to be quick and convenient. Now, I just feel lost wandering around, hoping I'll find what I need." It doesn't stop there. Customer service, a key factor in the shopping experience, has become a significant weak point. Walmart's cost-cutting model, which relies on reducing staff, often leaves shoppers without help when they need it. In smaller stores, employees might offer guidance or advice, but at Walmart, customers are often left to fend for themselves, especially with self-checkout machines becoming nearly mandatory. While convenient for some, these systems can be confusing, stressful, and frustrating for older shoppers or those unfamiliar with technology. Additionally, the quality of employee interactions has declined. Many customers report encountering cold, impatient, or even rude behavior from staff meant to assist them. Michael, a father from Ohio, recounted his experience. "I politely asked an employee where the baby products were, and she just sighed and walked away without a word. I didn't expect to be treated like that in such a big store." Beyond inconvenience and disappointment, some shoppers are starting to feel concerned about personal safety. In certain urban areas, Walmart stores are becoming hotspots for petty theft and even more serious incidents. Data from several states shows a significant rise in shoplifting, prompting Walmart to implement security measures like locking up small but expensive items or increasing surveillance cameras. While these steps may protect inventory, they also send a clear message to customers. The comfortable, friendly shopping environment of the past is gone. Walmart, once seen as a trusted shopping destination, no longer feels safe or welcoming for many. For some, like Jessica, a single mother from California, this shift is no longer just hearsay. She shared a real-life experience. She witnessed a robbery in broad daylight in the parking lot while shopping with her children. "I never thought grocery shopping could make me feel so afraid," she said. These negative experiences don't just leave customers uneasy. They're damaging the brand image Walmart worked decades to build. When shoppers feel unheard, unprotected, or exhausted by the chaotic store environment, they start to question, why keep shopping here? As more Americans reassess their choices, many are turning to smaller, cleaner stores with better service, where they find not only the products they need, but also the respect and peace of mind they deserve. Despite still leading the retail industry in scale, Walmart risks losing more than just profits if it continues to ignore the customer experience, its lifeblood. In today's fiercely competitive market, trust is the key to survival. Losing that, even America's largest retailer could slide, one customer at a time. One change that has left customers disheartened is the gradual removal of familiar perks. Walmart was once known for customer-friendly policies like easy returns and rewarding membership programs, benefits that kept millions of Americans coming back weekly. But now, those seem like distant memories, replaced by growing disappointment, confusion, and a sense of betrayal. In its heyday, Walmart's return policy was considered the simplest in the industry. If a product didn't work, you could return it without questions or hassle, giving customers absolute confidence. But today, that experience is fading. Shoppers face increasing barriers, complex terms, stricter return windows, and some even have to plead with staff to exercise their basic rights. Moreover, the paid Walmart Plus membership, once hailed as a game changer, is also causing disappointment. Many signed up hoping to save on shopping costs, only to find that essentials like milk, eggs, meat, and bread rarely qualify for discounts. Linda, a mother of 3 from Texas, shared, "I thought I was being smart, paying up front to save in the long run. But then I realize the things I buy weekly never go on sale. I feel cheated. Linda's story isn't unique. On platforms like Reddit, Facebook, and consumer groups, complaints are mounting. Many members describe feeling misled, believing Walmart designs its programs to benefit the company more than the customer. Some even suggest Walmart deliberately limits discounts to less popular items to maximize profits while leaving shoppers disappointed. Even major promotional events, once a highlight of the year, are losing their appeal. Black Friday sales have become lackluster, with minimal discounts and restrictive terms, causing many to skip them. Some notice that sale items are often low quality or in very limited supply, making it nearly impossible to snag a good deal. Finally, there's a quiet but noticeable shift toward Walmart's private label products. While these are often cheaper, the trade-off in quality is increasingly apparent. Many consumers find these alternatives don't match the reliability of trusted national brands. Instead of delivering real value, Walmart seems to be focusing on cutting costs and saving its own budget. But this comes at a price. Customers are left with subpar products and services, leading to frustration. The shrinking benefits for consumers aren't just a personal issue. They reflect a systemic shift in strategy, one that prioritizes profits over people. Once celebrated as the ideal destination for middle and low-income families, Walmart is now seen by many as a giant chasing profits above all else. This shift raises a troubling question. If Walmart no longer delivers real value through its policies and perks, what will keep customers coming back when competitors offer similar prices but better service and clearer benefits? Walmart may be gambling with its most valuable asset, customer loyalty. In today's world, where consumers have more choices than ever, loyalty isn't guaranteed. It must be earned and maintained. If Walmart continues down this path, it may soon realize that its greatest loss isn't financial, but the trust it once took for granted. On the social and environmental front, Walmart was once known as a symbol of convenience and affordability in America. Yet, behind those stocked shelves lies a less rosy reality. Few consider the negative impacts this retail chain has on communities and the environment. This not only affects Walmart's image, but also raises questions about the ethical responsibility of one of the world's largest corporations. First, consider the environmental impact. Walmart's supply chain spans the globe, from factories in China and Bangladesh to farms in the U.S. To keep prices low, Walmart often partners with suppliers who cut costs, sometimes by skimping on environmental standards. The result? Widespread pesticide use on farms and toxic waste from garment factories contribute to significant environmental pollution. A report from the World Resources Institute notes that Walmart's suppliers alone emit millions of tons of CO2 annually. While the company has pledged to reduce carbon emissions, progress is too slow to match the scale of the problem. For environmentally conscious consumers, shopping at Walmart is increasingly seen as an irresponsible choice. The social impact is equally concerning. Walmart's low-price everyday strategy comes at a cost. To maintain those prices, the company pressures suppliers to cut costs to the bare minimum. This indirectly harms small businesses, family-run stores, and local pharmacies, which struggle to compete. When Walmart enters a new area, small businesses often can't keep up and are forced to close. A study from the Economic Policy Institute found that Walmart's presence often leads to lower average wages and significant job losses at local businesses. Workers lose jobs, and those hired by Walmart face low wages, minimal benefits, and high-pressure work environments. Even Walmart's own employees report unstable working conditions, insufficient wages, and inflexible schedules. Despite being one of America's largest employers, Walmart faces ongoing criticism for failing to provide a living wage in many states. With every trip to Walmart, consumers aren't just shopping. They're unknowingly part of a supply chain riddled with ethical issues. From partnering with polluting manufacturers to indirectly harming local communities and workers, it's all embedded in the price of each item. Comment with a 6 if you've shopped at Walmart and felt something was off compared to before. This is a moment for consumers to pause and reflect. Are a few dollars in savings worth the cost to our environment and communities? When examining why more Americans are turning away from Walmart, it's not just about prices, quality, or the shopping experience. At its core, it's about trust. Can a brand once seen as a beacon of convenience and affordability still deserve the confidence of millions of consumers? What do you think about what's happening at Walmart? Have you had similar experiences? Share your story in the comments below. Together, let's uncover the truth behind those shiny shelves.